For the students, from my experience, they like this structure, the blended learning method of delivering the course, because it gives them more opportunities for independent studying. They have the materials available online. They like the virtual classes because it eases them from a lot of geographical and time barriers. They like the interaction among themselves, the interaction with the content, with the instructor, with the students, through the communication tools that we have.
An advantage of the blended course as compared with the traditional course is that I get less queries from students asking me to go over material that I've already covered before, because they've got the videos which they can look at for themselves.
I find that the students have been highly positive about the new blended teaching and learning courses because they have the ability to have flexibility in their schedule this way, and in addition they're able to access anytime from anywhere.
In the beginning the students were intimidated to try something new, but after their first blended class they were so excited and happy with it.
My students engaged really well with the blended format. They actually look forward to the videos.
My students responded very positively to the transformation of my course to blended. And they were very happy to see lecturing moving outside the face-to-face sessions. And they can watch it, they can listen to it anytime, anywhere. They were very thrilled about using Blackboard as a learning management system for the first time, and it was very deep utilization of this very handy and very powerful software.
The students found the course engaging, exciting, and even the materials were more interesting.
Students have responded very positively to the blended course. When I explained to them what was happening at the start of this semester, they were intrigued to be part of this new format of learning. I think they've really appreciated the flexibility involved in the blended learning.
Feedback from students has been extremely positive. Students are saying that by being able to watch videos again and again, they're able to grasp key concepts presented in the lectures. Students like the flexibility that a blended course gives them, and they like the fact that it's self-paced.
In traditional teaching, you usually give the lectures and then assign some assignments to your students, maybe use the e-learning system as enhancement. While in the blended learning, you have all these features in addition to virtual classrooms, virtual office hours, you have interaction, you can have online assessment, quizzes, exams, and you can also integrate cloud computing services into the e-learning system.
A big advantage of the blended course compared with the traditional course is that I don't have to repeat myself so often, and students are less frequently asking me to explain again something I did before, because they can look to the videos where these things are explained already.
The blended teaching format has allowed me to hone in on many concepts and to design my course more creatively. Furthermore, it has made my students responsible for their own learning.
Totally different. The course is more organized, the students are more engaged, and I have more time to do other tasks.
I belong to that generation who used literally the physical blackboard and white chalk in teaching. And so all the way the transformation in instructional technologies and teaching pedagogies. So for me, teaching blended courses is the magic solution to dealing with this generation of students.
Traditional teaching methods were very useful in the 1970s and 1980s, but the world has changed completely. Students today are digital natives, so we need to adapt our teaching style for this generation. With the blended course, I see my students are happy.
Blended course format is more concise. I found when I was doing the transformation that where you have an hour's talk time in a traditional format of lectures, that might translate into half an hour of online videos.
Compared to a traditional course, the learner engagement is much higher. They're able to come in and participate. I'm able to actively see, especially on our Blackboard through analytics, how often they go onto the system and how often they actually utilize all the different tools.
I found that managing group discussions particularly for large classes, easier online than in a face-to-face classroom setting. A lot of peer learning happens in these online discussion boards, which is really great to see.
The design that I have 3 main sections: as needed section, must-see section, and optional section. And these sections are rich in material.
So on my blended course, I used Panopto because I was keen to have videos with questions embedded in them.
I've personally opted to transform 30% of my course. I'm using both GoAnimate and Panopto on Blackboard. This allows for a dynamic approach.
The first unique feature with the course is the course website design, how the course is navigated by students, what are the links available and the sections available to the students to watch and read through. The other feature is the mix between the different ways of delivering the lectures online. Some of them are recorded in studio in a very professional setup, and the material comes around the speaker. And some of them are PowerPoint presentations narrated. Sometimes the instructor is there, and sometimes the instructor is listened to. Another unique feature is how the students extended their in-class participation and discussion to become online using discussion forums and discussion threads within the Blackboard course website.
With the blended course, I teach in a paperless environment. All of the students' homework, assignments, and exams done on the cloud.
The course profoundly utilizes educational platforms and applications such as Blackboards, Kahoot, and Socrative.
One of the things which I did was right at the beginning to develop a standardized lesson plan for all the classes that I was going to transfer online.
So using Blackboard and online learning, it's much easier for me to address students with educational needs. So for example, if I'm giving a quiz, I can put into the test itself, when I give the quiz, that this one student will have longer time to take the test.
I chose to use animation for my online videos. I used a cloud-based video creation program called Beyond, which is fantastic. It's very versatile and allows you to create very engaging online lessons. Videos can be created in different styles, including whiteboard animation and video infographics.
No doubt the CETL was very supportive from the very beginning. And I think no one could have succeeded in the blended learning courses without the support of CETL.
CETL has played a key role in supporting the transformation of the course through providing professional seminars and workshops.
I had a lot of support from CETL and from Tendai Charles in particular throughout the course, helping with technical difficulties and just making everything run more smoothly and efficiently.
All of this could have not been possible if I didn't have the support of the CETL team. They were always there to guide me through the process. Any questions I had were answered, and I just cannot thank them enough.
Well, actually, I am a CETL. And when it comes to the support I got as a course developer, it was unprecedented. And as a matter of fact, I call Jimmy the magician behind all the multimedia tools that you will watch here.
CETL supported me with their weekly lectures, workshops, and seminars. And they provided me with one-to-one training that focused on the blended course transformation.
The support that I got from CETL was fantastic. First of all, obviously the training sessions which were available in the semesters previous to me blending my courses. There was detailed meetings with Dr. Tendai Charles of CETL to help me prepare my lesson plans before I began to prepare my other materials. Again, CETL reviewed all my teaching materials for me at the end of summer 2018, just before setting out on the first implementation of the blended course.
CETL has been very helpful. They've had such great enthusiasm for this new blended learning transformation process. In addition, they've given us a lot of training and been very supportive throughout the process.
The CETL team has been absolutely amazing. They've been a source of guidance and support throughout the entire process, and especially when I ran into some technical issues with the software.
Definitely, I will recommend this initiative to my colleagues. However, I'd like to tell them that they have to be enthusiastic and to spend effort and to enhance their skills so that they succeed in this initiative.
I already have recommended doing the blended teaching and learning to my colleagues.
I would definitely recommend the BCT initiative to my colleagues. However, I strongly advise that everybody tailor it to their own needs and to their own subject matter.
We have already. Just yesterday, I was approached by a colleague of mine from the college saying, well, I would like to transform my course, please help me. And we started collecting the second wave of blended courses from the colleges, and we have at least 5 courses from each college, so we have it running.
Yes, I strongly encourage all UAEU faculty to blend their courses. Honestly, it takes a lot of time and a lot of effort, but you will be delighted with the results.
Definitely, I recommend blended learning to my colleagues.
Certainly I would. In fact, I've recommended to a number of them, and I think some of them will be part of the initiative next semester with their own courses. And when you're trying to balance a crowded schedule of teaching, service, research, conferences and so on, there's real advantages to this method of teaching.
I would highly recommend doing a blended learning course. Number one, because you can track all the different progress that you have had with your students. In traditional learning, a lot of times we don't hear feedback from our students for years until later on in their life when they're like, oh, that was a great course, or that wasn't so good, or I remembered this or that. In this way, you can get immediate results.
The process of transforming a course into a blended one was a lot of work, but definitely worth it in the end. My students and I are now finally reaping the benefits of all that hard work and time invested in this project. So yeah, I would definitely recommend it.